Hey y'all, I just wanted to pop in here and have a conversation about the literacy crisis. Now, I know you guys have seen the video going viral of the black teacher, and he is basically breaking down because the students can't read. And in particular, the black students can't read. Now, if you guys hear my children in the background, sorry, I can't really edit them out of the video. This is one of my, editing from my phone videos, so y'all just gonna have to hear babies in the background. It just is what it is. But in regard to the literacy crisis, I'm here to tell you from personal experience that this is true. They are not lying online when they tell you that the kids can't read, that the kids don't know phonics, they can't sound out words. This is a real problem, and I know this because I tutored. Okay, if you guys didn't know, earlier this year and then last year, I was actually a tutor for English, online tutor. And I would work with all kinds of kids. And unfortunately, majority of the kids that were really, really struggling with reading were black. And it was sad. I'm not gonna lie. There was one student where I got off the call, because it was a video chat type of situation for tutoring. I got off that call and I had to just sit there in silence, because I was distraught. I was traumatized by how he couldn't sound out simple words. But then on top of that, a simple story, he couldn't answer a question about it. So I want you guys to understand that the literacy crisis is twofold. It's not just that they can't tell you what the words say on the page, but they can't tell you what it means. They don't retain it. When we think about our ancestors and what they fought for, our ancestors fought for the right to read. Like it was life or death. They really risked their lives in order to be literate. And the fact that we are choosing to be illiterate, especially in the age of technology where you can go online for free. Okay, if you can get to the library and get on the computer for free, you can get online and have free resources that can help you learn how to read. It's something that if you want to do it, you can. There are very few paywalls. There's very few things keeping you from being literate. And so the fact that a lot of us are choosing to not have an emphasis on education when it comes to our kids, it's a catastrophe. It's absolutely disgusting. It's a slap in the face to our ancestors who would have loved to be in our position to be able to learn how to read without, having to hide it from massa, having to hide it from the other slaves who were going to snitch on you if you showed them that you knew how to read. Be so for real here. It's sad. It's absolutely sad, but it makes sense. It makes sense why it's like that. And it's not just, our own personal accountability, which I do agree with 1000%. But I also want you guys to peep game. Who gets out there and puts a battery in our back to have these excuses? Oh my God, the black people, they can't get IDs to vote. So that's why we can't have voter ID. Oh my God, black kids don't know what computers are. Oh my God. We need to start teaching ebonics in school so it's more inclusive. I need you guys to get off the Democrat plantation. These folks do not like you. And yes, you could say that the Republicans don't like you either. I'm fine with that too. I don't think anybody likes anybody. But the fact that y'all will get out here and cape for these Democrats that get out there and call you stupid, that say you're so stupid that we need to teach ebonics in school so that we can cater to the blackity black kids that just don't know proper English. They just can't learn proper English. So we need to dumb down the education. Do y'all realize how insulting that is? I swear to God, if somebody came up to me and was like, well, we're gonna lower the standard for your daughter and we're gonna do like, oh my God, I would be flabbergasted. Like, no, the bar needs to stay high and you need to strive to reach that bar. There's no way that I'm going to lower the standard of anything because certain people just don't want to reach for the stars. So we allow these liberals, specifically the white ones, because they love calling us stupid to our faces. And part of me is like, you know what? They might be right, because the way y'all be clapping when they call you stupid, It's giving stupid. It's giving slow. It's giving short bus shouty. Be so for real here. The way they will get out here and call us stupid and try to pander to us. And like, even with the get your booty to the polls and vax that thing up and all this other stuff, we gotta, twerk at the convention for the president. Like, no. Stop letting these folks play in your face. And then on top of that, stop playing in your own face by valuing everything but an education. And while I do agree that there are some things that they teach in school that are unnecessary and they should teach financial literacy, sure. Basic reading and writing is fundamental. If you cannot read, you are a sheep getting led to the slaughter. Like, you have zero ability to really advocate for yourself if you can't even read. Think about all the contracts that we end up signing throughout our lifetime. If you cannot read, and those are already difficult because they put it in, the obscure law language. But if you can't even read on a basic level, then you're going to be looking for somebody else to tell you what it says. And how do you know that that person is going to be honest and truthful with you if it is in their best interest for you to just sign the damn thing? How are you going to advocate for your own rights when you can't even read the Constitution, even know what your damn rights are? How? How, Sway? You can't. You become a fool. You become a useful idiot when you cannot effing read, when you cannot write, when you cannot articulate yourself. It is absolutely sad. I'm disgusted. I just hope that we get to a place where we start valuing education again. I know that that's not what the elitists want. They want us to all be dumb. They like seeing videos where you hand the little kids or the teenagers or the college students a note card. They can't read it or tell you what it means. They love that because the dumber you are, the easier you are to control, because then they can control you through your emotions rather than try to influence you through logic and reasoning. This is a serious problem. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to blame the teachers for this, because the teacher, while I do think it is their job to teach your kid and all sort of stuff, if they're not doing their job, it falls back on you. If my daughter can't do for self, if my daughter can't take care of herself, if she can't read, if she can't write, that falls back on me and Justin. We failed as parents if that is the case. I don't care what school your kids go to. It should be your top priority. I don't care if you got to lose sleep. If you sat up and laid and had those children, it is your responsibility to make sure that they are able to read and write and do basic math and know basic facts. Like there's one moon for the planet Earth. Adults fresh out of school that don't know that we have one moon. You don't know what 3 times 3 is? When I tell you, it is so sad to see. I mean, a lot of people will sit back and laugh at it, ha ha ha. But when you look at the grand scheme of things, it's not funny. It's not funny when you realize that our power is in numbers. But if our numbers are all slow and they can comprehend the damn Constitution and the laws that are being passed, then we realize that this is a problem that we all need to fix. It's not enough to just point and laugh at people being stupid. We really need to try to convince our fellow, specifically I'm talking about America, we really need to work to convince our fellow Americans to value education again. If the schools aren't doing what they're supposed to do, pick up the slack at home. That is your child. You don't get to just write it off because, well, the teacher didn't do it, so I guess our kid's going to be stupid for the rest of their life. No, take accountability for your children, because this literacy crisis is bigger than just hooked on phonics. It's bigger than all of that. But y'all, I am curious to hear you guys' thoughts down below. How do you feel about this video? Do you agree with me? Where it's like, yeah, it doesn't matter what you got to do. I don't care if you got to go through hell or high water to make sure that your children know how to read. Do it. Or do you disagree with me where it's like, I'm too stupid to understand this video, so I'm just going to leave a angry comment calling you anti-black and a hater and all this stuff. If you like the video, like the video. The more you interact with it, the more it gets pushed out into the algorithm. Also hype the video if that's for you. And if you're feeling a little extra generous, the link is in the description to buy your girl a coffee. Thank you guys so much. I will see y'all with the next one. Deuces. Thank you.